and then look at agriculture. And that is why we have gone through this route. So that is one side of the story. And the other, I certainly didn't want to fund this whole operation through taxation. By increasing tax, getting the money and then spending is not something which any of us even put on the table for consideration. So that is why I have made provision for large borrowings with the tax buoyancy kept at a very conservative level, and with disinvestment, asset monetization and improved GST collection. I hope we'll be looking at better ways of handling our finances.
In many ways, the economic survey was a harbinger of things to come. Your government is finally now going for aggressive growth without so much worrying about what the fiscal hawks would say. For a government which has been fiscally prudent and conservative, do you think this is some kind of a U-turn or a turning point in the way you look at the future?
No, I don't, because it is one thing to be conservative and fiscally prudent, and at normal times. Even now, if you notice, when people kept telling, oh, print money, you spend, you have to spend. And I also made a conscious statement that if I don't spend now, I will only be postponing the growth and I have to spend. That is clearly a conscious statement that I made. So given the situation that we are in, the stimulus was absolutely necessary. Quality expenditure is what we were looking for, and that is why when we've decided and when we've taken a call, I'm sure that because of the way in which we have designed it and also monitoring the qualitative expenditure that we are planning, it will definitely give us that required multiplier for the economy. And once the economy is into that virtuous cycle, income generation, revenue generation, and all of that will fall in place. So your fiscal prudence is still intact, and that is why I've given you a glide path.
Right. Because
I'm confident that this year I might have gone that far, but I can rein that back in.
But 4.5% in 25-26, given that we were hovering between 3 and 3.5 in the last couple of years, before the pandemic.
That's true, but the pandemic and its impact is something which we'll have to keep in mind for the duration it is going to take for it to come back to that kind of a buoyancy, for that level of growth. And I can't be overestimating the economy, and I don't think the economy is in a position to even heat or overheat. Those fears are not at all there, and therefore I have to give it a reasonable time, and I didn't grudge that.
Nirmalji, by now we know what the government thinks of rating agencies like Moody's and Standard & Poor, of them being noisy, opaque and biased. But do you still feel that there could be a threat of a ratings downgrade, and how does that bother you, or if at all?
Let me put it this way. I don't want to say I'm not bothered. At the same time, I didn't let it bother me, because otherwise, even during the pandemic, a lot of people kept asking me, is the rating agency worry stopping you from spending? Now I am spending.
Yes.
So then or now, it is not that bother. But of course, by giving a glide path, by restraining too long, like the way in 2008, it was left open, and there was no closing the doors.
Yes.
And as a result, you had all the taper tantrums, and the economy was still going through a big difficulty.
Yeah.
We've learned lessons from that, and therefore I'm confident this will be appreciated by people who are discerning on these matters.
Let's go to some of the big bang announcements first. Here execution, as everyone is saying, will obviously be the key. Your sort of privatization drive almost has a Margaret Thatcher sort of ring around it. Fairly, good in intent, bold in intent, but execution will be key. For instance, I think the figure of 1.75 lakh crore is what we would have achieved. We would have in fact achieved 2,10,000 crore going by earlier estimates this year, but we scaled that down. Now the point is, how are we to be sure that this will definitely be achieved in the coming year?
Because I think, to be fair, the estimate made in July 2019, I wouldn't want to say it was an overestimate. We expected to do that much. But of course the economy slowed down. But of course the economy's difficulties in terms of demand slowing down, stock market also, being tepid, it wouldn't have been right for me to say, oh no, but I've said it in budget, I have to sell it come what may. That wouldn't have been the best approach. It's all right, I did give an estimate. I was pulled